2. Ready? Break.
What is going on? What's good?
Yo, what is the deal? It's Sunday. You know what that means. Time for the Football Frame of Mind weekly show. Hope y'all had a good week of just doing shit. But nonetheless, thank you all for joining. All right. Playoffs is in full swing. My teams aren't in it,
Mine is.
so I don't give a shit.
You should be pulling for us. You know, if it makes you feel any better, I picked your team to be in the Super Bowl. So, like, in sense, you should be cheering for my team now.
Dude, I picked my own team to be in Super Bowl. It's not, you don't get a badge for that. No, I'm still not rooting for the Patriots. I pick anybody else. Pick anybody else for the Patriots.
Okay.
I'll pick the Panthers. Oh, they're out too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll just pick whoever wins. That's all I do. I'll do the cop out answer. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
I'll pick the Broncos. That's what I pick.
Well, we got some to talk about that, and that might not be a very favorable situation either. So we'll get into that.
That's all right, man. Jared Stidham played 4 games. That's it. That's all he got. That's all he got, man. But that's pretty much it, man. But nonetheless, man, how you doing today?
I'm having a very, very, very good day. We're gonna get into why, but I'm having a very good day.
Ah, boo-hoo. Y'all won a playoff game. Whoop-de-doo.
2 playoff games.
Whoop-de-doo.
You know, we were
That's all right.
were 4-13 last year and the year before, so feel pretty good.
But y'all won like hella Super Bowls, Brandon. It's not like
well, we haven't been to the AFC Championship game in 8 years, so.
Oh my God, really? 8 years,
Yep.
bro? It's teams
Pretty
that
long.
never made that shit.
Hey, sorry, but 8 years is a long time for me.
No, dude, oh my God, you are spoiled. You are very spoiled.
Here's what it is.
You are the equivalent of me as an Alabama fan. Like, I don't know what this feels like, right? So you don't really know what that
the difference is, though, I don't pick my team to win it. You pick Bama every year to win it all, and I don't. That's the difference.
That's because we technically did. Like, we was always in it. You can't say we weren't in the picture. Well, at least under Nick Saban anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We were like never not in the picture. So
no, I'm talking about since.
I'm still picking Bama though. Like,
okay.
I'm still picking Bama. Dude, we still got a good team, bro. It's just like not like Nick Saban's not. So it's different, man. So Nick Saban, like, he ain't trying to step on no toes and shit. So if he really wanted to say, all right, man, you fucking up this shit, he could say that shit if he wanted to. Who's gonna tell him no?
Nobody.
Exactly. He could really do that shit. But he actually, I guess, trying to give dude the benefit of the doubt because he knew what it was like taking over fucking LSU, right? Like, it wasn't necessarily a big time program when he took over, but it's still SEC program nonetheless, right? So it comes with a lot of pressure or whatever. So he kind of knows what Caleb DeBoer is going through per se within the situation that he's in, right? You're coming into the SEC and it's different. It's just recruiting.
But needless to say, it's a good day.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Like, only because y'all won. That's all, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good day.
No, it's not, man. No, it's not.
He said, no, it's not.
No, it's not, man. Here y'all go again with these easy ass playoff runs, man.
Can't make the schedule, bro.
That's not look, don't try to bring it like that. Like look, all right, you talk about Tom Brady being the GOAT, man. I can say that, but I can't just be like, oh, it's like unanimous to me.
I mean, I don't know if I had him as my number one on my last list. So
I can't make it unanimous, bro, because you play the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins, right?
you
And
get to the playoffs though. You beat Peyton Manning. You beat Baltimore.
I
You beat
understand it, but when
like
you play those teams twice,
you can't
right?
help your division. Can't help that everybody else sucks
I
ass.
understand that part. I understand it. But when you playing those teams and they are terrible, bro, like you always gonna make the playoffs because you always gonna win the division, except for like a couple spot times that the Jets won, and then the year he tore his ACL, right? I forgot who won that year, but like those years the other teams win. But like the rest of those times, man, like growing up, I didn't even see the Jets as a threat, period. And then the Dolphins was just like, ugh. And then the Bills were double ill. Like they were terrible. So I mean, like I said, I think he could be considered the GOAT, man. But you gotta think about everybody else and what they were playing against in that GOAT conversation. If we're talking quarterbacks, right? So
Then if you're really trying to put him in that conversation to be able to go to a completely new situation and win in year one in a decent division that year, the South obviously has been really up and down, but at that point the South was actually really good. You know, you get
yeah,
beat by Brady twice, you get beat by Breeze twice in the regular season. And you turn around and knock him and send him into retirement in the playoffs. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
then you
I
go into the
said
Super
it.
Bowl and then you beat the supposed next GOAT, apparently. So I'm
Yeah,
not, you know.
if you ask anybody except besides me, man, like 'cause I don't really care about the COVID situation, but other people will be like, "Oh man, it was COVID that season, man. Nobody
Yeah,
was
that's why they say y'all national championship don't count.
They always say that shit. But yet we the only team that didn't have no COVID outbreak.
Because it's incestual.
This dude right here, man. That's disgusting, man. That's not the Bama fans I'll be talking to.
They're cut
That's
from a different cloth.
yeah, that's a different type of Bama fan. I don't know who those people are, bro. But if you're doing that, that's disturbing. But anyway, man, let's see. We got some comments in here, man. So I'm not sure who this is, but they said hi.
That was like 5 something. They was here
Yeah.
early.
And then K Beasy said, "We salute you too, buddy. Thank you." Let's see what else we got here, man.
That's it.
Let's
Let's
get
move on.
all right. So we did pretty good. Getting some more subscribers. The road to 50,000 is on and pushing, man. So
Yep.
we
We're
keep
almost to
on getting there.
40K.
Yep. So we gonna get there, and it's gonna be tight. So y'all keep on subscribing. We're gonna keep on producing content. So, all right, let's get to some college stuff, man. Like I said, we was already talking about college. So, overreaction, man. I guess overreaction is to the Broncos QB situation. I think people overreacting, man. If anybody can help their quarterback for the rest of the playoffs, it's probably Sean Payton. All right. Like he's won with some different QBs, man. He's a QB whisperer. So the only way they can win is not put him in situations where they have to win. But either way, y'all overreaction is probably right. Because that's gonna be a tough situation, man. But I guess the other overreaction, man, would be Stefanski to Atlanta, man. That was interesting. So I was like, all right, well, he really didn't do good in Cleveland. So I was
Two-time
like,
coach of the year, though.
yeah, that's true.
I think he did really good with the cards he was dealt. I think Cleveland's just a really bad situation.
Yeah,
And
that's
now
a
you
That's where I was going to.
I like look, I talked to Andrew about this last week. Told them best case. I said, if you don't get Harbaugh, I'm almost positive the next option is going to automatically be Stefanski, which it ended up being. But if you didn't go that route, I felt like Robert Saleh would have been a really good guy as well, because you got all that defense, and he's just going to let the offense cook. They're going to get somebody in there that can really like move it around. I feel like that would have been good. But Stefanski's going into a better situation where you still have a good defense. Technically, if you look on paper, they're loaded from top to bottom, and your offense is a lot better than what you had in Cleveland. So you get your coordinator situation under wraps. Like, I don't see why people overreact to saying it's a bad fit. I don't agree with that at all. I think he can do some real good there, to be honest with you.
I mean, I don't know. I like dude, man, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I hope he just unlocks the offense. That's the biggest thing.
That's all they got to do.
Yeah, that's it. Like if they do that, then they'll be all right. But other than that, he has to do that, right? So they don't have a first round pick, but that don't mean that they can't trade back into the first round.
No,
So
free Kyle Pitts.
yeah, so if they're going to do that, I think Kyle Pitts might be the one that they have to get rid of.
I mean, he's still got trade value. Like, I know you're gonna at least. I don't think you get a first, obviously, but if you could package him up, I don't think you're getting the first round pick for him. I'm sorry. I think you could get maybe a 2 or a 3, best case scenario. Maybe you could package him with some other stuff. I mean, because you're not using them, and we've had 2 different coaching regimes that haven't used them. I'm not saying Stefanski won't obviously learn from their mistakes, but I mean, why not? I mean, yeah, if you don't use Pitts, you still got Mooney, you still got Drake London, you still got Bijan.
Yeah.
And they have some really good skill position guys in this draft, which we'll get to our mock drafts and stuff in a couple months, but they could really continue to build the offense up, because defensively, I feel like they've got really good talent. So,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like when I think of Stefanski going to Atlanta, it's kind of like, are we really doing that again? That's kind of how I feel. 'Cause it just looking at how Cleveland ended, you didn't really have a say so for real. It seemed like that anyway. Like, cause I feel like he would have started. I feel like he would have started Shador even knowing he was good. I
I
just feel
don't
like,
feel like I feel like they kind of silenced him. Like, I don't
yeah,
feel like he had as much say so as what he needed to have.
yeah, I agree. I
I
think
think
I think
Atlanta's a much more stable situation with competent ownership that will at least give you more of the keys, because they want to win. They ran dude off like, oh, they were 1 game away from the playoffs, but they hired Stefanski with the intentions of, we're getting back to the playoffs. So I gotta imagine his leeway and his freedom to do what he wants to be a lot better.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So I don't know. What's your overreaction?
I mean, if I wasn't gonna talk about Stefanski, I kind of feel like this John Harbaugh to New York thing. It's like, oh, like the Giants are automatically back in the playoff and the Super Bowl window. But statistically or historically, coaches don't win Super Bowls in more than one spot. This is a completely different situation. The spotlight's a lot bigger. I like Harbaugh, but like I feel like you had way too much talent in Baltimore to just continue to keep hitting the same glass ceiling over and over. And now you're going into a New York situation with a lot younger people. And it's like, well, is your message going to be any different? Like, how are you going to go about doing things compared to how you've been doing them since 2008? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like everybody thinks they're a shoe in to just turn it around. And I just don't feel like it would be like that necessarily. Like, I think he's good. And I think he can do some good, but for everyone to be jumping the gun saying this is like a Super Bowl championship move, like, I don't necessarily see it that way. I feel like there's a little bit more growing pains that people aren't talking about. I think they have a decent roster, yeah. But to think that they're just going to turn it around right then and there and be right back in the hunt, like, I just don't necessarily see it that way.
All right, so for oh shit, I'm doing doing stuff on Snapchat too.
I'll use the
Why?
filters.
Why? I don't know. But that's just what. So for me, man, I don't know. I like Harbaugh to the Giants, right? And he's got to do stuff completely different, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got to you got to trust the running game, right? You got to trust it. You got to continue to use that. Now, defensively, that's the difference for me because they got some really good front guys, right?
Yeah.
They can generate pressure and everything, but that secondary, you got to fix that shit. What you do? Do you go Caleb Downs, top of the draft? I think you should, because that could be an
That's your anchor.
eraser. Yeah, they could be your anchor and your eraser, honestly, because if you're playing coverage, he might be able to ball hawk some stuff. You can put him in the blitz package, right? Nickel set or whatever. He can really cover too. So that should be interesting. But I don't know, man. I
For
just
them,
feel I just feel like it's gonna be a weird I feel like it's gonna be a weird situation, man.
mm-hmm. You notice, like, when we were coming up, even before that, when the Giants had good defenses, they had really good playmakers in the secondary. Guys like Entree Roll, Corey Webster, guys like this, guys like that. I mean, Jason Sehorn. Like, you had guys that were really opportunistic and being
Yeah,
able to
they had
get
good.
to the ball and make plays. And I feel like you need a guy like Downs to really bring that back. Because, yeah, you're good up front, but the secondary, I think all the only guys I really know that are like standout names is what they got Paulson Adebo, who played in New Orleans, and he's not bad, but they need more help.
Yeah, man.
And you need another running back too.
they had another guy that was good. He don't get no love because I think he had like maybe 1 or 2 good seasons.
They should bring Jabril Peppers back for all that. He's not bad.
Man, I don't. Yeah, he could, but I don't know.
He's
I
not like a
think
stud, but he's not bad.
no, he's not a bad player at
He's
all, man.
versatile. So
I just think they need they got to start over, man. Like this is like them winning. Like them winning is not happening yet, right?
mm-hmm.
So they got some stuff to work on, right? So, but they got some pieces, some young pieces, right? So we'll see. But they're making the playoffs. I don't think the Giants make the playoffs.
I agree.
I don't think so. Right? I think they win more games than they did this year, just off the strength of they might have.
Do you think they still have a top 10 pick?
Yeah, I think next year they'd probably still be top 10. Maybe like
Fringe top 10.
8, 9, or 10, right? But they still might finish last in the division, though.
Well, because you got to think of health concerns. I mean, both of your rookies that were like your big impact players both got hurt. So I think you need to get some more depth at running back, and you need to make sure you're protecting your chess piece at quarterback too.
Yeah. So yeah, offensive line is definitely a need. So they need a lot of shit, man. Giants are terrible right now, man. All right, so we know this is a national championship. So has your mindset changed any going into this game?
Before I get my mindset, I just think it's crazy how people think this is going to be a blowout from either side. I just don't see it. I think this is going to be a dogfight. Just like how you said it's going to get sloppy, maybe. I think both teams are just going to want to punch the other one in the mouth. I don't see this being a blow unless there's like a key injury or like a really big busted play. Like, I don't see this being like a 2-3 possession game. Like, I think this is a close one. But like I said before, I think it can go either way. They're both playing with a level of confidence that I think is going to really translate well into this game. But at the same time, I just think I've picked against them every freaking week, and I think it's time I break the trend. I just think Indiana is just on that mission. I just don't think anyone is getting in their way. Like, I think if Miami punches them in the mouth, I think they answer back. Like, I don't think they fold. I don't think they're going to take adversity and just fall down. I think they're going to fight back, and I think they get the win.
All right, so for me, man, I think I'm still the same. I think the Hurricanes can win. But I feel like it won't be a blowout until later because I feel like Miami is going to lay on them like later on in the game, right? Because I don't think anybody's really ran the ball on them, right? Like to the point where like, oh my God, they keep taking these long possessions, man. And that's the biggest thing, man. So that's how I feel about Miami going against Indiana, man. They're gonna lay on them later in the second half, man. I seen this clip or this picture of like their biggest offensive line versus their biggest defensive lineman, right? That's a serious size discrepancy, man. Now, getting after the passer, right? Big guys don't necessarily move as agile like that, right? But if we're coming downhill, right, we can lay on you later. And those 4 or 5 yard gains start to turn into 6 and 7, right? And the way that Fletcher runs, man, he can really bust them. Like he's a game breaker. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to see what happens there, man.
I feel like I hate that it's on Monday. Like
Yeah,
I feel like that. I feel like this game should have been last night. I feel like that would have been the perfect freaking time. I just feel like it could have been the perfect time, and you could have got all 4 NFL games today.
Yeah, man.
I don't see why not.
Yeah,
Like the national championship deserves a bit more shine than a freaking Monday night slot. Like,
I agree. We've been saying that for years. That shit's so stupid. Like, what the fuck?
if you're not gonna do it Saturday, do it Friday. I don't think Friday's a bad one. I think Saturday's the best option. But if you're not gonna do Saturday, do Friday. Don't stick them on a freaking Monday. Like, who wants to do that? That's stupid.
I agree, man. I don't like it either, man. I'm like, dude, Mondays just don't make any sense, man.
Everybody tired from work, man. Everybody trying to.
Like everybody, yeah, you probably just had a crazy Sunday game. You gotta recover from that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't go in Monday like, oh, I gotta watch another crazy game. Like, nah.
You ain't got the energy for that, especially if you've been watching all of them.
Yeah, so
and freaking right now, let's see, it's 10-10 going into the fourth quarter right now. Rams and Bears. Rams got the ball on their own 9-yard line, 1st and 10. No, it's 2nd and 3.
all right, well, I mean, I don't know. I think, like I said, the only reason that's like super close is because it's like cold.
It's at Soldier Field too.
Yeah, it's like cold, man. Like everybody's looking at it like, oh my God, what are they doing? You know, like dude, it's cold, man.
Bro, that freaking game earlier in Foxborough was like that. It started coming down. And you could see how solid them drops were. Like, it was cold, bro.
Yeah, but see, man, yeah, y'all used to that, man.
Oh, they accustomed to that. They freaking practice in that. They could use the indoor facilities, but Edelman and them were like, yeah, bro, we be out in the snow, bro. We be practicing in the freaking snow, dog. Like,
you might as well like get
you're
used
ready
to
for
it, man. But yeah, so well, it should be a good game though. But all right, man, let's get into some coaching carousel, man. We were gonna do like just a separate show for this, but
yeah, but we'll be able to break it down a lot better like that.
Yeah, like I said, we'll break it down like that. But we give y'all the one warm and fuzzy, right? Just in case y'all forgot.
Give you a little teaser.
Yeah, but we'll definitely break this down like probably
after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, probably after the Super Bowl.
Next month or so.
Yeah, but we'll make it easy, short, because you know how these websites.
We could talk all day.
You know how these websites be, bro.
Not using the same mock draft website, the first one like last year.
Yeah, I agree. I'm
gonna get Terry to give me that second website again. That was bad.
All right, so just like I said, just a warm and fuzzy, right? So I think if I'm looking at this, I'm thinking Lane Kiffin, going to LSU, right? It took a lot of drama, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of drama in that situation, right? But I'm thinking Pete Golden's gonna have those guys on defense really good for a while, right? Offensively, I think it's gonna take a step back, and that's why it won't look as pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as he can keep, as long as he coaches the defense right, and just gets the offensive genius to call the offense right, he'll be all right. Right? I like his energy, man, because the way they galvanized that team, right? Because that team could have went off the rails, right? After that Lane Kiffin stuff, right? But they kept playing and they almost went to a national title, man. So I think he'll be all right. I like that more so than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So on this,
We ain't got to talk about Kent State. We ain't got to talk about Stanford. I don't got to talk about UCLA. I really do love the James Franklin signing. Dude, he has been killing it. I don't know if anybody's listening or watching has been watching the recruiting. He's been flipping guys in the portal. He's been flipping guys on the recruiting trail. He has hit the tires running the second he got that job. They freaking bring Brent Pry back as the DC. You never
yeah,
see that happen. But
I
that's
thought that
smart
was
though.
good.
But
I thought that
that's a
was
smart move because people won't put pride aside, but that's a smart move. You know, I don't think that's a bad move at all. I think James Franklin brings like a revitalized energy that Virginia Tech hasn't had for a long time. You know what I mean? Like they haven't had that identity like, no, we are like Virginia Tech. You know what I mean? Like they haven't been that like perennial contender. And I think he can get them there. The ACC is up in the air, especially with what you've seen with Clemson and Duke and Miami. Like it's up for the grabs. He's getting a bunch of these guys who are really good athletes from Penn State to flip. I think he's going to continue to. And you got to think, you were there like a decade. You're going to be pulling a lot of recruits out of the Midwest and all that too. But, you know, like recruiting in the Big Ten, like I think they're going to be bringing a lot. The talent discrepancy, like, is going to be a lot different than like what they've been bringing in. And I think you see Virginia Tech shake back quicker rather than short. I mean, quicker rather than longer. Like I think this team, I think he can get them bowl eligible in year one, honestly. I think he could turn it around quick. I don't think it'll take that much.
yeah, I like James Franklin to Virginia Tech too. Um, I think the fact that he brought back Brent Pry kind of keeps that continuity, man. You don't lose no defensive players, that's for sure, especially the ones that like playing for him.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be a good move, right? And I think they can be bowl eligible, most definitely,
Mm-hmm.
because the ACC's whack.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think he brings some consistency, man. Like that crazy that they've been up and down for a while,
Mm-hmm.
right? Shit, honestly, since Beamer left, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long was that ago?
Oh wow.
So so I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad that they brought in James Franklin. Man. It's a perfect spot for him, man. Not too flashy. You know, he can just kind of work and not have those expectations, man. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but let's see. Marcus Shepard to Oregon State was interesting. I didn't expect that. Didn't expect that at all, man. So
What you think about Matt Campbell?
uh, all right. So for me, you know, I don't know how I feel about Matt Campbell, man. I don't know how I feel about him. But I
So I
will
know you
say,
like him. I know you like him.
yeah, I like Matt Campbell to Penn State, right? But my whole thing is Penn State waited so long to make a decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the guys that they were interested in either took
Struck out.
jobs right away or, you know, said no to Penn State and just went somewhere else, right? Within that time frame, right? So I'm asking the question, did you elevate with this hire or are we still the same, right? Because Matt Campbell had a pretty identical record to James Franklin against top 25 teams, right? So is that really what y'all basing this decision on, right? Because if that's the case, it's about the same, right? But you can't say that James Franklin, right, didn't have a good culture, right? Considering where they came from, right?
True.
So you can't say that, right? You say Matt Campbell built a good culture in Iowa State, right? So can he really handle this big of a job? That's the thing. Because rumor has it he didn't want to leave Toledo, right? When he was coaching there. And he didn't want to leave Iowa State when he was coaching there, right? So is his heart really in this job, or what's the deal, right? Because you can't hire Matt Campbell and be like, oh, I'm just gonna
Do the same thing.
yeah, because that's not what they hired you for. You can't do the same thing, right? You can't win 10 games and then say, oh well, I'm good, right? James
Nope.
Franklin did that multiple times, right?
A bunch.
And you surely can't win less than 10 games and think you're gonna be there, right? So should be interesting, man. Should be interesting, because I like Matt Campbell. I really do, man. But I don't know. I felt like the the hot stove that he was on, right, when he won that big well, at least, what did he win? Yeah, he won a Big Ten championship or something like that, or at least went to the title game. So that's cool, right? But he was hot then. That was like 2018, 2019. He was the
Yep.
hottest coach on the planet, right? And now we in 2025, 2026, bro. And that ain't really the hottest hire no more. So I don't know, man. But I kind of like it. But I like James Franklin and Virginia Tech a whole lot more. Trent Dilfer is long gone, so we just passed that. That's fucking crazy, man. That's crazy.
I'm kind of not necessarily indifferent on this one. So John Summerall to Florida is kind of a similar situation what you had with Billy Napier. UL Lafayette was a contender. They were always in the top 25. Obviously, the college football playoff and the landscape were a bit different then, but always in bowl games, like always anywhere between 7 and 9 wins, like always good. Comes to Florida, we both said initially when it happened, felt like the jump was a little too big. The undertaking was a little bit too much. And obviously, 3-4 years later, our intuition was correct. It didn't work out. So you get a guy like Summerall who took over a Tulane program that had already kind of been established, takes it over, and I feel like he elevates the program higher. They have a winning season last year, and he gets them into a college football playoff spot this year. I really like him as a coach, but it's like almost like a similar situation what we're talking about with Campbell is Napier was a hot name. The jump was high. Summerall was a hot name. Is this jump too high? Florida has been going around the wheel. Florida's been going around the wheelhouse since Urban Meyer left. The expectations that Florida or win national championships, being in the college football playoff, and they have not been in those conversations for quite some time now. Is why we keep having a revolving door of head coaches coming in and out because the expectations are high and guys just aren't able to live up to those. Question is, can Summerall do what Billy Napier couldn't do? Do I think it's possible? Yes. But man, I was hoping to see a little bit more from you with this transfer portal window. I didn't see any big moves. You lost DJ Lagway, which I feel like is a really big deal. I know he turned the ball over a lot, but I just feel like you had to keep that guy in the building. Former 5-star guy, one of the top quarterbacks in his class. I know he had his issues, but I just feel like they could have gotten a lot more out of him this year. You lost some other key guys in the portal. I'm not saying he can't do good, but like the state of Florida right now is like we can't be dicking around losing games and underachieving anymore. Like you have a decent leash, but if you don't come out swinging and starting to make an impact, like that leash will get short really fast. And I'm just kind of indifferent if this is going to turn out any different. I think Summerall is maybe a better coach, but it's still a crapshoot situation at Florida. It's the same exact situation that he walked into. You know, expectations are high, but we're underachieving. We're not able to live up to them. I just need to see something big from him in this offseason, whether it's in the transfer portal window's closing. So this 2026 class, this 2027 class, we need to see you get something big because it's time to establish a culture and it's time to turn it around. Like they want to see something change now. Not saying you're going to be in the playoff next year, but we need to see some strides, not just from the on the field product, but what you're doing in the offseason to make the program better.
Yeah, you're right on that one. You're right on that one. John, like I said, John Summerall going to Florida feels good, right? And one thing I like about the Florida guys, right? The Spurrier and Urban Meyer specifically, right? Like when they endorse the new coach, it's always kind of a good thing, right? And it feels good when you get endorsed by the guys that won there, you know? Not everybody's gotten fired, right? But those two guys really took Florida to new heights every time, right? So if you could meet one of those guys, right? Because I personally think Spurrier's run was a little bit more impressive than Urban's, right? Even though Urban got the more national titles than him. I feel like Spurrier had the better run because those Florida teams were unstoppable, right? And SEC play, period, right? They won like 7 straight, right? So that lets you know how unstoppable they were, right? And maybe in the national title they had met a more talented team or whatever. But I do feel like when they endorsed the guy, that's a good move. And I didn't feel like they endorsed Billy Napier like that. You know, it's like, okay, yeah.
I feel like more of a reach.
Yeah, I feel like they even felt it was kind of a reach, right? And maybe professionally they felt like it was a reach for him. He's like, he shouldn't be here right now. Like
Not yet.
He hasn't done enough, in my opinion, you know? So that's kind of what I was feeling, man, when you start, what the hell?
You got that other format up.
There we go. So that's kind of where I was feeling on that. Of course, Lane Kiffin goes to LSU, man. I mean, it's a good move, man. It's a good move, but it's the only move, in my opinion. Like it's the only move that you could make, you know, if you're LSU, right? You don't get a chance to check out John Summerall, right? You don't get a chance to check out Alex Golish, right? You don't get to do that when you're talking about the LSU job, right? You can't because you fired a guy that's one of the winningest coaches in college football history, right? So that in and of itself, even though it didn't work out, right? At that point, that was kind of a home run hire, if you think about it, right? Because he's a winner. Yeah, been in a big program anyway, right? Probably one of the biggest in America, especially if you're talking about marketing wise, right? So didn't work out, right? So your next guy kind of has to hit again. Like you don't get a chance to
experiment.
You don't get a chance to experiment or feel things out with this hire, right? You have to hit home. You have to, right? And the last couple guys have kind of been, you know, they've won. Everybody's won a national title, right? Nick Saban, Les Miles, Ogeron, right? Everybody won. So I do think that y'all need some stability though, right? Because yeah, these coaches have won, right? But they always get fired after things get rough, right? So I look at Ogeron as kind of that big glaring thing, right? dude had a really good team, one of the greatest teams ever in college football, right? So you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna give him more time, right? So you have to look at this Lane Kiffin hire in the same lens, but it has to be a different result, right? He's gonna get y'all winning, right? But as the landscape changes now, where everybody's kind of not a doormat anymore, um, you're gonna have some times where you're the baseball, right? And then you're gonna have times where you're the bat, right? So when you're the baseball and you get beat up by, let's say, Alabama or A&M or Florida or whatever, right? You're gonna have to be able to say that's okay, that's all right, right? Because we know we got a foundation, and if we get certain players in certain positions, say quarterback, right, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be all right. So I just hope that the fan base is patient, even though it might not work.
I
It
think
might work, but they're gonna be up and down. I
you
hope
know
y'all
something.
down and
You
y'all be
know
good.
something that I see, and I think a person even outside the fan base could see this. I feel like there's two things that are different now already than what you were with the last 4 years. One, your culture is completely different. There's a swagger in the building now that I feel like you haven't had since Ogeron was there. I feel like you haven't had that swagger. And I just feel like there's like a sense of like urgency. With Brian Kelly, it never felt like there was any urgency, and it never felt like they had that dog in them. But the guys you're bringing in, and I feel like your staff moves and all, I just feel like that's what you're trying to set the tone with. I just feel like it's a great way to start. Everybody knew that you were going to have a lot of turnover with players, but they don't call him the Portal King for nothing. He signed solid depth players across the board, offensively, defensively, big time impact players. I think the thought process is going into this year. I know it's a put together team for the most part, but I think this year's playoffs are bust. And I feel like that's attainable with the talent that you've brought in, plus with the staff hires that you have as well. So we'll see what happens. But
All right, nah, man. So I'm a save Alex Golesh for a later one we do. But I want to talk about Pat Fitzgerald to Michigan
I
State.
like that fit.
I do too. I do too. I think um, Michigan State is a program that is always good when they have a good defense and a good running back, right? Or a good running game. What's up, Terry?
Like when they had Sean
Uh,
Green and those guys.
yeah, right. TJ Duckett, right? Those kind of running backs. You know what I'm saying? Like when they have a couple of bell cows when you're talking about Michigan State, they're good, right? And one thing about Pat Fitzgerald at Northwestern, right? Um, it was rough, right? In terms of recruiting, in terms of being resourced, right? But damn it, he made it work,
He
right?
did.
So in a situation where Michigan State has been kind of looking for that new guy since Mike D'Antoni left, right? When they made that run to the college football playoff, right? They've been looking for somebody to get back to that scrappy football
That's
for a
been a
while.
while too.
Yeah, um so we shall see, man. I'm not exactly sure how long it's gonna take, but
I
hopefully
think
they give them enough time.
I think they will. And I think the way the Big Ten is set up now, I think it's kind of in his favor, to be honest with you, because nobody's expecting anything from them. You can make good. Do they still have Childs?
I think so. He might have
If
got
they
deported though.
if he is still there going into next year, that is a big time W. Big time W. I think Michigan State can turn it around in a couple of years. I think they're going to go completely under the radar. until they punch one of those big dogs in the mouth and they knock them down. And you're like, oh, so you're here now, you know?
I'm excited though. I like that, man. So let's see.
I actually like Brian Hartline, the USF. I know you lost Bynum, your quarterback, but dude, he's pulling. You know he's gonna get a receiver pump line going down there. He's gonna get receivers pumping in and in and in. They got Van Buren as the quarterback. I think USF could be in an interesting spot. Not saying they're gonna be as good as last year, but I like Hartline's energy and what he brings to the table. I think USF could still be good.
No, I think so too. I think him as a receivers coach does pretty good, and I think he might actually be looking for that. You know, because he has such a pedigree, and you're in Florida, so they spit out speed guys like it ain't nothing. So you could find somebody that ain't nobody looking for. You know, and then in the transfer portal, you can always get somebody that slip through the cracks
You
for
can get those
somebody else.
Midwest guys. You can get those Ohio State guys.
Yeah, so like you're gonna have opportunity. So it should be interesting, man. So Colin Klein, played at Kansas State, so he knows what it's like to be there. And I think Chris Kleiman did really good at Kansas State, including I want to say
they made it to a Big 12 championship.
Yeah,
I don't know if they won. I don't know if they won, but they definitely made a conference championship.
Yeah, so him taking over for Bill Snyder, obviously the legend that he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough job in and of itself, right? Because I mean, Colin Klein's one. I mean, not Colin Klein, but Colin Klein was on those teams, so he kind of knows what it is, man. So it'd be interesting to see what he does at quarterback, right? If he wants a quarterback kind of like himself, that'd be pretty good, man. We're talking about the coaching carousel for college football, Jerry. So yeah, I think that's a good one. I like that, man. I like good stories like that where you work your way up the ladder and then end up taking over.
Billy Napier to JMU is going to be a really good fit. I don't think they skip a beat. I think he's going to be really good there.
I don't think so either. But this is the job he should have took first anyway.
Well, you say that, but they were in the same conference. He could have gotten a better job. Like, I don't think JMU would have made a lot of sense at the time because that's a lateral move. A Michigan State or something like that.
I don't think it's a lateral move, even though they're in the same conference. Because
but at that time they weren't. They were brand new.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true.
Now it's more of an upgrade because of what they've done since. But
I don't know. We'll see, man. I kind of like it, but not necessarily.
What do you think about? I've seen the name. You kind of scrolled before. What do you think about Whittingham to Michigan?
Well, they're gonna be tough. They're gonna be a tough team.
Scrappy.
And they're gonna run the ball, and they're gonna play discipline, right? Mm-hmm. And when you think about Michigan as a whole, right, the last coaches haven't been disciplined. Like nobody. Like even Harbaugh winning the national title. Like his teams weren't disciplined. They were just really good. Right? Discipline comes in different forms, right? We're not talking about penalties or we're talking off the field, right? Like where's the discipline, the integrity, right? That's what I think they're missing. But I think Whittingham, like one thing I haven't heard is no scandals or anything, right? Out of Utah.
Straight like business.
He put together a really good program. He did a whole lot of good there, right? For 20 years. So I didn't think he was leaving. I thought he was done, honestly. But the question is, what's the success that you're looking for if you're Michigan, right? Harbaugh, really wasn't doing well at Michigan, to be honest with you. Getting beat
Not
up by
first.
Ohio State all the time. And then once he started cheating, he started, once he started cheating, they started winning, right? So is it a false positive, right, for Michigan to look at those wins and national titles and beating Ohio State as kind of a flash in the pan, right? Instead, we want to get consistently good, right?
I think he can get a lot out of Underwood, to be honest with you. They're talking about maybe bringing that offensive coordinator over. You see what they did with Cam Rising. You know what they were able to do here? Underwood's talent level is crazy. If they could
Yeah,
utilize his arm, and they freaking got you remember that quarterback that we had as like our third string, Hurley, that I told you was really good? He was like a 4 or 5 star guy. Yeah, he transferred to Michigan too.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. I'm not necessarily. I don't dislike the hire. My thing is how long is he
How
going
much
to
time do
be
you
there?
give him?
Yeah, not even how long they give him. Like he's 60.
Yeah, but if he starts doing good, I think he's gonna be there a while. I think he got a point. I think he's got a point to prove.
I think so too, but I just that age thing is like different, man. Like the old guy could coach a team when we were coming up, right? Because we understood, like, all right, the coach is the coach, right? But now the coach got to play GM. He's got to play salary cap master, right? Like he has to do all of that while relating to some of these younger players, man, and that's a lot. So
I mean, Nick Saban did it older than him. So I mean, I'm not saying they're on the same level, but like if you're just talking about age.
Yeah, but also the game hadn't changed yet, right? Like, I mean, up until what, 2015? Like, the college football was kind of the same, right? And, Nick Saban could win a certain way, right? But after 2015, right, the game started to shift, man. You needed speed on the outside, on offense and defense, right? You couldn't have big linebackers, so you had to recruit almost smaller, almost safety type guys to play linebacker to match what so much the offense is doing. So I think as you've seen how the game changed, I think that's why Nick Saban got out of it. Right now, you add other things like the transfer portal and NIL and things like that. Right, so I want to know how it's gonna work. So hopefully, Michigan just takes their time. Hey, we're just gonna
No high
chill.
expectations. Let's just see.
Yeah, let's just chill and build and start to rebuild the culture. That's the biggest thing. You gotta rebuild the culture, man, because there's been some ugly stuff, man. Sharon Moore, his situation. Harbaugh got suspended too. Sharon Moore got suspended too, right? So, like I said, you go back further than that. You got Rich Rod, Brady Hoke, right? So, like no, no whatsoever, right? Nothing like that. So, they got to rebuild that culture, man. So that's pretty much it right now. But we'll get into some, like I said, we'll get into some more stuff as we get deeper into the off season, man. So, like I said, that's pretty much it. So we'll take a quick commercial break, man, and we'll be right back after this.
Welcome
All
back.
right, people, we are back. We are back, man. So we're gonna do the NFL coaching carousel, probably one of our first episodes of the off season. So we'll get into that, man.
Not
But
looking good.
not looking good.
17. It was 10-10 the Rams. They took the lead 17-10. The Bears had the ball. I don't know if they turned the ball over, but the Rams have got the ball at the 50, first down, a minute 11 left, and all Chicago has is one more timeout. So,
Yeah, it's probably done.
which I think I might have actually picked all the games right this weekend. I think we both picked Seattle in this one for sure. I know I did.
Yeah.
God, what a freaking beatdown.
Yeah, this was ass.
Belt to ass.
Yeah, this was belt to ass, bro. But I mean, look, dog, like
The Niners
So
depleted.
I told you the Niners was like one injury away from not being the same team. I've been saying that all through the road to the playoffs, man. I've been telling y'all that, man. Like, the Niners gonna win. The Niners gonna win. I
They
was like,
battle the injury bug every year, dude. It's
every
literally.
in every position too.
You
Like they
notice
got
that? Like what
injuries.
the last 3 or 4 years, Cam, since we've been doing this, they've literally battled this every year. Am I wrong? Like
No, they've always had somebody hurt somewhere.
it's always key players too. So it's like Fred Warner's out. I know CMC battled injuries over the years. Like you got a lot of like key contributors like you don't have.
And
You know?
he was carrying that team this year.
He
Like,
was.
He was carrying. So when he's talking like he was gonna retire, I'm like, yeah, he tired, bro. He caught 100 passes or something like that, 1,000 yards, something like that, and he ran for 1,000. Dude,
He tired, dog.
You tired. You don't want to even think about football for the next few months. I wouldn't. I carried this team all year. We didn't have Mac Jones at quarterback. We didn't have Purdy at quarterback. Like, yo. But the truth of the matter is, I told y'all before, I said they are one injury away from not being the same team. And guess who got hurt? The guy they needed the most. George motherfucking Kittle.
That would have been a huge difference maker.
So there you go. Now you go into a game where a team has everything. They got the running back, they got a couple running backs, they got a really good defense, and they got a quarterback that don't make no mistakes, right? That's willing to throw the ball down the field, right? Because I like Geno, man, but that completion percentage be just checkdowns, bro. So you don't really call it, right? But Darnold, they did what they were supposed to do today, man.
Clean game. No turnovers, Cam. Like 2 penalties for 5 yards. They won the possession battle. They didn't have to go for it on 4th down. 19 first downs, no turnovers. They played a clean game. They played their brand of football, and they just dominated. It was never in doubt from jump. Freaking Shaheed took that kickoff return for a touchdown. It was over with. They never took the foot off the gas.
Yeah, man, I agree. I just think, man, they just outmanned and outgunned in this one, man. Like you go into some games, and like I said before, sometimes you're the baseball and sometimes you're the bat. And this time, the 49ers were the baseball. So
no, it was more baseball bat to TV that day.
Yeah, I'm sure there's I know a couple Niners fans, and they was probably looking at this game like, man,
time for a new TV.
Yep. See you next year, bro. That's what it is, man. So,
but give the Niners credit though, like having all those injuries, still being able to navigate, get 12 wins on the year, like give them credit.
Yeah, man. In a tough division, by the way.
It is, but you got to give Seattle credit. People wanted to act like Seattle wasn't there yet, and that Darnold was gonna choke, and I'm like, dude, that's not happening.
Man,
the dude is ready to go.
He got a different feel, man. About
he looks so much more comfortable. You notice that?
Comfortable, confident. Like you can just tell.
There's no doubt.
Like he's hitting his stride right now.
He looks good. He doesn't look. He doesn't get rattled. Like he's just there.
Yeah. So.
Darnold train continues.
Yeah, the Darnold train continues, man. So we'll see. We'll see if they go to Super Bowl. It'd be nice to see this Seattle win another Super Bowl, man. Because that's what 2. That'd be. That'd be
It's a possible rematch from a decade ago.
yeah, man.
A couple different possible rematches within the last decade or so. So
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. But I think NFC title game between Darnold and the Rams is that'll be fun.
that's gonna be that was a good game at the end of the season. And Seattle
Yeah,
pulled it
but I
out.
feel like that's the Super Bowl, honestly. Because like, all right, so the Patriots is going into this game, right? And they are pretty much outmanning the Broncos right now.
Yeah, we'll
Because
get
of the
into it.
quarterback situation,
Yeah,
right?
we'll get into it. I don't want to touch too
So
much onto it.
if I'm talking about the matchup itself, right? The Patriots are going into this game or going into the Super Bowl feeling pretty good about it, right? But if you really looking at it, right, the team that's probably going to win the Super Bowl, fandom aside, right? If you were going to put your money on it, you'll probably feel more comfortable with the Rams, right? If they got in the Super Bowl, right? Going against the Patriots rather than the Patriots going against the Seahawks. I feel like the Patriots going against the Seahawks leans way more against the Patriots than the Seahawks. But I feel like you get a better matchup if the Rams and the Patriots.
It's a rematch too.
Yeah.
Third time.
We gotta get y'all, man. Y'all got us like twice.
Oh wait, it's we now. It's we now.
Got us like twice now, man.
So
like,
it's y'all now. So it's y'all now, Cam. So Cam, it's y'all now.
Only in the Super Bowl.
So it's y'all now because we beat them twice.
Yeah, only.
I'm cool with making it a trilogy. I'm cool with making it a trifecta.
Yeah, only in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I talk about the Rams like.
So they're yours. So they're your Rams, and they make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's it. After that, it goes back to hating Stan Kroenke.
I'm pretty sure your brother would give you shit for that.
No, not really, because I don't give him too much shit because he don't know nothing about the St. Louis Rams for real. He ain't really followed them like I did. So I think he just liked the fact that they in LA and they got the color yellow in it, sort of. That's like that was his favorite color as a kid. So I was like, dude, why you walking around in these yellow rain boots, man? Why you like them? He's like, cause I like yellow. Go ahead, bro. I like rain boots too.
But Seattle's an interesting team. They played their brand of ball, and let's talk about this game, bruh.
Right.
Going down the stretch, Cam, you cannot tell me you didn't think, because me and you had this conversation. I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm like, dude, the freaking conspiracy is true, bro. I'm like, they want Buffalo to win so bad, bro, because like the cards just kept flipping in their freaking favor. He just kept turning the ball over. And I'm like, dude, they just keep getting chances and chances and chances. And then going down the stretch, he turns the ball over one more time. And I'm like, dude, if Denver finds a way to not kick this damn field goal, I know it's rigged. But Sean Payton and Bo Nix, they get it done. Look, fuck the Bills, okay? But there's no more excuses for Josh Allen. After a game like this, there are zero excuses now because you choked this game away. You did. Turning the ball over that many times in a high stakes situation like this is inexcusable. Okay. Horrible. In a year where Lamar Jackson isn't in the playoffs, Joe Burrow's not in the playoffs, and Patrick Mahomes is not in the playoffs. And you choked it away, bro. Like,
that shit ass.
That's on him, bro. Like, I don't want to be a freaking dick, but like, there's no more excuses. That the turntable done ran out, bro. Like, no, the hourglass is out.
All right, so hear me out. So here's my thing, right? Here's my thing with this game, right? So I already said, I said this last week, man. So if y'all be like, oh, y'all don't know ball, right? Pay attention to the show last week. I said, how many times have we seen a quarterback turn the ball over in the playoffs and win. It don't happen often, and it didn't happen today. 5 turnovers is crazy work, right?
Ridiculous.
So obviously I'd say, but the Bo Nix injury pretty much ended the Broncos' playoff run, right?
Man, at the end of the
hate
game,
to say it like that, but it just feels like that, right? I've seen backup quarterbacks win, right? But have you seen them win a playoff game, bro?
not even just that, the AFC Championship game. Like, we're not talking about a wild card game. We're talking about win or go to the Super Bowl.
Like that's what I'm
Like,
saying. I've seen Tebow win a
and
playoff.
I don't hate Jarrett Stidham. He used to be on my team. I love some Jarrett Stidham. But, like, this is a high-pressure situation, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the year that Mahomes ain't in it, Allen's gone, the Ravens are gone, and now Bo Nix goes down, and you're going against the
Patriots win this thing. I'm just playing.
You're going against a team that, is hitting on all cylinders right now for the most part. And now it's like you signal caller who's been a big part of you getting here is gone. That's a huge deal. Don't let anybody ever try to tell you, try to diminish how big of a deal an injury like that is. At this point of the season, it's almost a kill shot, bro. For a quarterback who has barely played at all this year to come in on that situation, not saying he can't do it. We've seen guys do it, but man, that's tough.
That's gonna be Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas, like 50-1 odds right now. That's how crazy that is, bro. If you bet on the damn Broncos winning the game,
you got some balls, bro. You got some big kahunas, bro.
You're gonna make some bank, bro. If you put that game, bro.
You either gonna win big or you gonna lose everything.
Yeah. But I will say this though. If James Cook didn't earn no contract before the season, he earned that shit now.
Oh no, he balled out this year. He literally killed it all year. Like, me and you were both like, no, don't pay him that yet. Like, we need to see what's gonna happen this year. And he stepped up to the plate. He earned his payday. But this loss is on Josh Allen. I'm sorry. Y'all wanted to hand give him an MVP last year when it should have been Lamar's MVP. Y'all wanted to throw him in the MVP conversation this year. It's like, oh, well, and this team's out, this team's out, this team's out. I'm glad they freaking lost. One, because I can't stand them. But two, it's time to run out of excuses. It's time to run out of excuses. As much as they dog out Lamar Jackson every year, when a lot of the time when they lose, it's not on him. And Josh Allen never catches those strays. Oh, he catching all the strays here. You choked the game away, bro. 5 turnovers, bro. That's on you, bro. You said you felt like you let them down. Your teammates will say you didn't. You did. I'm sorry. You choked, bro. You can't turn the ball over. Look, if you would have went in here with just those 2 picks, I say, you know what? You can pull out a playoff win with 2 picks, but 5 turnovers, bro, unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Yeah, that's just wild. You just gave it away.
They did.
That's how crazy.
They had more than ample chances.
Yeah, and they kept the ball longer. They had a better third down percentage.
Yeah.
Right? First
look at
down.
Look at that third downs. 10 for 16 is great.
In the red zone, they were good.
3 for 5.
Everything, man. So, but for going into as we get later into this thing, man. But we'll talk about this last game first, though. Talk about the last game, bro. All right. Well, that's all right. I don't think I got. I didn't get the Patriots in here.
Huh?
I didn't get the Patriots in here. I get the Patriots in. I didn't put the Patriots in.
Nope.
Damn, I thought I did. Hold up. I got it up here. Hold
on. You see the hate.
You know what? I didn't because I made this while I was watching the game. So that's why. But nonetheless, man, the Patriots did their thing, bro. So we gotta talk about this matchup that we getting in the AFC title game, right? I can say, look, I gotta talk about that game at least a little bit though. Because remember how Stroud was saying, I'm top 5 and I'm rookie of the year and I'm this and I'm that. He was trying to give Caleb Williams some advice, right? Now, granted, I was like, okay, well, you could because, he going through a rough rookie season right now. So you could tell him that shit, right? But really, y'all not in the same boat. y'all like, made the playoffs your rookie year, right? So you can't really tell him how I feel to be a rookie struggling. You ain't do that, right? Now, look how the roles have reversed a little bit, right? So the Bears obviously in the playoffs, man, and looking good, right? Throughout this season, per se, right? And then you get in this game, and here's another example.
They're in
Why you
overtime, by the way. Bears
huh?
tied it up, 17 all in overtime. Just
Oh,
saying.
goddamn.
Yeah. So
So,
sorry, I threw you off, but I just seen it.
no, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Nah, but hear me out. Hear me out. All right. So this is why y'all should like and subscribe to this channel, right? Because last week I said the same shit. I've been saying it all season, man. If Stroud could not turn the ball over, they would be a great team, right? They wouldn't be the fifth seed having to go
But
on the road to New England. You would have to do that if you just turn the ball over. And that dude had like two crazy like turnovers that you just have to not do. You
four
can't.
interceptions, and 2 lost fumbles. But I want to put a lot of the blame on him, Cam. But that offensive line is horrid. I mean, New England was bringing 4 men up front and killing in the pass rush and the run. They couldn't run the ball at all. He was taking a snap and having to make a decision right then and there. He had no time. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of them passes, if hypothetically speaking, because me and James were going back and forth watching this game, if every time a Patriots guy had a ball in his hands, had he caught it, the dude would have threw like 8 or 9 interceptions today. Literally, he had 3 or 4 in the first half. They rattled him early. And like when they started getting momentum driving down the field, kicking field goals, the Patriots defense answered right back. Give credit to Houston's defense for fighting. They were on the field the entire year. It felt like the entire year. They were on the field the entire game. And early on, man, New England punted a couple times. May had 2 fumbles. They recovered one of them. They lost one, and it turned into a touchdown. I want to say, or a field goal. But that defense was tired, and then, bang, Diggs was killing them. And then Boutte probably had a catch of the year nominee, one-handed in the freaking end zone. I don't know if you've seen it.
In the snow.
Crazy catch, which sealed the deal, got them 28 points. The biggest thing, and we said it in the offseason, we said the Achilles heel of Houston is going to be that offensive line. You traded away Laramie Tunsil, and then you lost your other tackle. That killed them. Their offensive line was horrible. Horrible. I mean, we blitzed a lot, but like we could have brought 3 guys. And it was like the Super Bowl last year with the Eagles and the Chiefs. They didn't blitz at all, and they were getting pressure every single play. Like the timing of everything was off. You could tell he was rattled. And it was a legit conversation at halftime. Hey, like, do we put Davis Mills in there to try to see if we can get something going? Because, like, offensively, we are stagnant. But give credit to New England. Solid game plan, and they executed.
Nah, man, I just feel like, dog, this is just, it is this.
I feel so bad now because I was so high on Stroud, and he won Rookie of the Year, and I freaking predicted it. And since then, man, he has been a dud.
Yeah, man.
Man, what is up with the decision making? Horrible.
But like I said, I do think that there's a something to be said about that offensive line, man. Whoever made the decision to get rid of Laramie Tunsil should probably be fired. Because you can't tell me Laramie Tunsil wasn't one of the best left tackles in the game, right? A couple all pros, bunch of Pro Bowls, right? He's been good, right? So you need that. That guy needs to be on your team, right? And you see what happened with the Commanders, right? Didn't really do much because they had other issues, but it didn't help them. So like neither team won that trade at all, right? So you're looking at it like that, and I don't know, man. Like I said, shout out to the Patriots, though. Like I said, I think they have had a rough season in terms of the teams that y'all played, right? Have not been that good, right? That's where the talking point is, right? That's what I've been seeing. That's what a lot of people have been saying, right? So far, right? you've played some good teams, right? I think y'all did exactly what y'all supposed to do against the Chargers, right? Chargers didn't have no running game, and they just basically was like, "Hey, Herbert, you gotta lead us to victory." Something he ain't never did. So you can't really depend on that. And y'all did what y'all supposed to do, basically suffocate them all game, right?
And you played an elite defense this week.
Yeah, you played
Elite.
an elite defense this week, right?
And you put almost
And
30 on them.
yeah, so that's how you know, like, all right, they got some shit. It's for real, right? So going into the AFC title game, right? I don't like I said, y'all the favorites, and it's probably gonna be about 7 on the spread, bro. I would say it's gonna go up, right? Because you got a guy, you got a backup quarterback situation, but y'all playing against a pretty good defense too, right? So when you look at that, they're gonna have to ugly this game up to beat y'all. They're gonna have to, or it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be
And
ugly.
Houston got pressure today. They got pressure on him, but he didn't shake. Like, yeah, he fumbled twice. Some freak fumbles, which he don't do very often. But they were able to answer back. That's what I give them. Not a lot of teams can do that. You can fold against an elite defense if they kind of like shake you a little bit, or they cause a couple punts and you turn the ball over once or twice. Not everybody shakes back from that, but you played considerably the best defense in the league. You hung 28 on them, and you didn't like fold, and you just played your game of ball. And now you're kind of going into a similar situation with Denver in the sense that Denver is really good defensively. And it's almost the same thing with Houston, that Denver's got some injuries. And Bo Nix is your trigger man. And now you have a guy, Jarrett Stidham, that's never played in that kind of situation. Don't get me wrong, Sean Payton will put him in the best situation to win. But the Patriots are good up front on defense. And then you got Williams back in the middle, who's a great force up front to like disrupt the pass game. That's a major difference maker. New England doesn't have big time injuries. They're going in healthy and they're going in confident. Denver is not in a favorable spot. Now, if Bo Nix was here, this is a much different game. But when you don't have that trigger man, that's a big deal, especially, it's win or go to the, go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. If I had to pick, I got the Patriots in this one, man, just because having losing your starting quarterback at this point,
Man,
it's
that's a back. That's what breaks the camel's back. Like,
yeah,
when I was
so,
seeing that, I'm like, wait, what happened? He broke his foot. I'm like, oh, his ankle. There's no way. Man, if this was the 70s, they'd be like, wrap that shit up and we gonna keep on going.
shit, the way they said he broke that shit, there wasn't no take that shit up.
No?
No, that was like, nah, bro, you ain't taping that shit up. you go, you go,
There's no toughing it out.
yeah, you go sit down.
And Denver, hey, kudos to Denver having a good season. I'm not gonna count them out. I'm not one of those guys. We're gonna do this and that. No, I was a little nervous about the game today, but we executed. We need to clean a few things up, but just play your brand of ball. And if you bring pressure and you can rattle Stidham early, you just have to rely on the offense to just carry their weight, which they've been able to do this week. So it'll be an interesting matchup nonetheless. But I think if I had to pick, I'm picking bias aside. I think we just have the better matchup.
Yeah, man.
The Rams.
Just a better quarterback, bro.
The Rams did the Rams have the ball? Or the Bears got the ball?
Nah,
the Bears have the ball apparently.
The Bears got the ball. How the Bears get the ball?
I don't know, because the Rams just had it like the 50. Now the Bears got it at their own 22 with 5:50 left. Apparently.
I don't know. I don't know what you looking at, man. I see the Rams with the ball.
Yeah, it's been flipping. Yeah, they're at Chicago's 43, 4:52 left, 3rd and 6. That interception is not on Caleb Williams. You can't. So he must have threw a pick in overtime. That's why the Rams got the ball back.
Oh shit! So all they gotta do is score and win.
Yeah, you remember when the overtime rules weren't like that? And
Yeah,
then the Saints freaking kicked that field goal and they're like, hell no, we changing the rules. You can't do that no more.
yeah, goddamn.
Hey, if they don't find a way to win, give credit to Caleb Williams. They
Bro, he gonna be gunning so much next year. He gonna get like he
oh,
gonna pass like
he getting over 4,000 next year.
yeah.
You seen how
I
close he
think
was? You seen how close he was?
yeah, it's real close. I think they're gonna get I think he's gonna get closer to 5,000 next year, man. I think they reeled him in a little bit this year, but I think they're gonna let him just
They
go
sling
next
it.
year. And they should, man. You know, he's a quarterback, man. So let him throw it. No sense of being what's the word, cheap with it. You know, just
Conservative.
yeah, like let him take you to where you need to go. So yeah, but shit, if they get a ball back to the Bears, they definitely scoring on the next drive though.
Well, Rams will have 3rd and 6 on the 43.
They just got a first down.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
They just gotta get in field goal range. I'm not sure who the kicker is, but
yeah, they just got a first down.
damn, Stafford's fumbled the ball twice.
Yeah.
What's Caleb Williams got going on? Damn, 3 picks though.
Yeah,
That
so
ain't good.
yeah, so maybe they don't maybe they don't let him sling it next year. I take it back.
Like, we let you sling it in playoff time, and you threw 3 picks, dog.
Yeah, like
You
no, we're
playing
not
like
gonna
CJ Stroud.
yeah, we're not gonna let you do
If we're
that.
gonna get another running back, we're just not gonna roll with Swift. We're gonna get someone else.
Yeah, bro, Swift was so good at Georgia, man. I was like, he gonna be good in the league
Bro,
because he fast and shifty.
imagine if they would have got a guy like Nick Chubb before the injury.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. A guy like that in Chicago? Chicago hasn't had a good running back like that since what, Matt Forte? Like they had Jordan Howard and some of those guys, and they were like
Yeah.
good, but Matt Forte was like the last really good back they had.
Yeah. No, Terry Cohen, he was good.
Yeah, Cohen was good, but he wasn't good like
He wasn't
Forte.
Forte good now.
I like Cohen though; he was good
Yeah.
because they had Howard and Cohen at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he did though. Oh yeah, he threw it in. Well, I'm trying to
He
see
did.
where
He
he
threw a
threw it.
pick.
Oh, okay.
He threw that pick, and they were saying that that pick really wasn't on him. But it's like, well, you threw 2 other ones too, so
Yeah.
he's throwing about 60% completion percentage, I think.
Yeah, man.
Stafford hasn't thrown any touchdowns, but he's fumbled the ball twice.
Stafford's good, man. He's a good ass man. Ever since he got rescued from Detroit.
Question, I guess we could end our thing on this. If the Rams find a way to win another one and Stafford wins 2 Super Bowls, where does he sit in your all-time list, you think? If he were to win another Super Bowl and retire, where do you think he falls on your list?
Let me see. Let me see.
Because like
a
what?
couple of things.
Because I want to let's see what his outside of this game. Let's see what his stats are.
So he's got 64,000 yards. He's got 420 touchdowns. Right?
How many picks?
196.
Okay, that's not bad. What's his career completion percentage? It's got to be over 60. 65 maybe?
63.5.
Okay.
So he's made the Pro Bowl 3 times.
Any All Pros?
I think he's an All Pro once.
Let's see.
Yeah, 1 All Pro, 3 Pro Bowls, and an MVP and a Super Bowl. So all time, not necessarily like top 10, but
I think he's top 25.
Yeah, I get with another Super Bowl. He's top 15 though, most definitely.
He's thrown for 5,000 yards once. He's thrown over 40 touchdowns 3 times. I mean, this year, Cam, 46 touchdowns, 8 picks. That's pretty fucking impressive. That's a career high in touchdowns. 46 at the age of what, 40 what?
No, 37.
37? That's not bad.
Yeah, so I mean,
I
like
think
I said, he's passed for 5,000 once, but he's been close once,
he threw
twice.
for 5,000 in 2011. That's when Breeze had threw for another 5,000.
Yeah, so he's thrown for close to 5,000 like 3 times.
He's been over 4,500 yards quite a few times.
Yeah, so he's good, man. He's not top 10 because there's guys in there that have done a little bit more considerably in the playoffs. So
Well, I
you
mean,
can't
you got to think. He got to LA in what year was that, Cam? That was 20. Is that
21,
2020? 21?
21, yeah.
So he's been there 5 years. He's been if he goes to the Super Bowl, he'll have been the 2 in 5 years. If he wins both, that's, because Detroit, they didn't barely ever make the playoffs either. And he hasn't
Yeah,
been
they
bad in the
only made
playoffs.
the playoffs. They only made the playoffs 3 times in Detroit.
And he was there for what? 12 years, I think.
Yeah, pretty long. Pretty long time.
You seen that Jim Schwartz got a second interview in Cleveland. Used to be his coach in Detroit. I like Jim Schwartz. I thought Jim Schwartz was. I feel like he wasn't doing a bad job there.
No, their defense has been like top 10, and their offense has been bottom 10. So you can't.
No,
really
I'm saying I feel like Schwartz wasn't doing a terrible job in Detroit when he was there. I feel like their back was just really against the wall. Because he wasn't the coach of Detroit when they went 0-16, though. Schwartz wasn't there yet, huh?
Oh no, that was Rod Marinelli.
That's what I thought.
I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Yeah, he was just not. That was not the same guy.
I think Schwartz came in after Marinelli, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me see. So
these are the kind of for people listening or watching. These are the kind of conversations we have every day. Somebody will bring something up and be like, "Yo, what was this and this and this?"
Nah, Jim Schwartz was there. Jim Schwartz was there in 2009, the year after they went.
Yeah. How long was he there? Yeah, he'd be like 5 years.
4, 5. I think it's 5 or 6.
I think they went to the playoffs before with him too.
Yeah, they went to the playoffs in 2011. They were 10-6.
Yeah, it's when he threw for 5,000 yards.
Yeah, and then they went 4-12, and then 7-9. And I want to say that offseason they brought in Caldwell. Yeah,
which I didn't like that fit, but.
Well, I like the fit offensively, but defensively, you lost everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like you lost that defensive mindset. But to Caldwell's credit, they went 10 and I want to say he went like 10-6 or something like that.
I mean, he's not a terrible coach. I mean, I understand people can be like, "Oh, he coached Peyton Manning and the team was already built," but I mean, you still got to be a good coach. They went 13-3. I mean,
yeah, they went. So he got so Caldwell got Caldwell was 14-2, right, with the Colts in 2009, and then they lost to the Saints in the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
They went 10-6 the next year, and then of course Peyton Manning didn't play.
He had the neck injury.
Yeah, so then he leaves and goes to Detroit, and obviously you could say, "Oh, that's Jim Schwartz's team," but Jim Schwartz's teams offensively were terrible, right?
Defensively, they were good too.
Defensively, they were good, but offensively, they were terrible. And he came in there and kind of stabilized that. So, in a surprising move, they fired him at 9-7.
Well, what was his record by year in Detroit? He couldn't have been there 3 years, maybe.
He was there for 4. He was
Okay.
there 11-5 and 14. He was in 2015 he was 7-9. And
Okay.
in
Just took a little.
2016 they made the playoffs and they were 9-7, and then they were
Okay.
9-7 in 2017.
That's
So
goofy. That's
that's
goofy.
Detroit. That's Detroit for you.
And if I'm not mistaken, Detroit hired
Matt
Matt
Patricia.
Patricia. Yep. And that was horrible.
And you go from 9-7
Like
to
5
6
or
and
4 wins.
10
Yep.
to 3,
And
12 and 1. You got a tie, and then 4-7. What the fuck?
And then he comes back and wins more Super Bowls.
That's crazy, crazy talk.
That was a bad hire, though. I knew that wasn't going to work.
That was ridiculous. But you know what? That is the Bill Belichick coaching tree, bro. It's not the best, bro.
No,
Like
you
you
got a
got
few good ones in
Babel,
there.
you got Babel. That's
Brian
about it.
Flores.
No,
Flores,
Brian-
yeah. Brian Flores was in New England.
yeah, but he wasn't that good.
What you mean? He wasn't doing bad in Miami before they freaking cut him loose. I feel like they were building.
Yeah, let me see, bro.
And he's had numerous interviews, including with your team. And they thought Pittsburgh might hire him. You remember the last time the Steelers hired a Minnesota Vikings DC,
Man, all right, Brian Flores, man. All right, man. I guess he wasn't doing that terrible, man. But I mean, he's under 500 as a coach there, bro. But they went 10-6 and they didn't make the playoffs. And they went 9-8 in 2021. So
that's what I'm saying. They kind of pulled the rug out from under him, I feel like.
yeah, man.
I like
get it.
Flores. I really like Brian Flores.
All right. I'll give you Flores. And I'll give you Baker.
Yeah, but after that,
Everybody else there. Josh McDaniels, terrible.
look, I love Josh McDaniels, but not as a head coach.
I
every time.
I give you Cornell. I'll give you Cornell because Cornell was good with Cleveland. They just pulled the rug out from under him too. So I'll give you Cornell.
But you can't give me. I'll give you a bunch of names you can't give me. You can't give me Matt Patricia. You can't give me Josh McDaniels.
No.
You can't give me Charlie Weiss. You can't give me Joe Judge.
No.
You can't give me Bill O'Brien. That's like 5 guys right there.
No, I can't give you Bill O'Brien.
No, that's what I'm saying.
No, I can't. I can give you Bill O'Brien. I can give you Bill O'Brien because
he freaking tanked that team. He literally tanked
did.
Houston.
He did. He did. He really tanked the team. But
He did have them winning though.
I can give you Bill O'Brien because Houston was 9-7 his first year, second year.
Kubiak was there before him, correct? Yeah, Kubiak left and then he went to Denver. If I'm not mistaken.
So he went 9-7 his first 3 years in Houston. They had
Did they make the playoffs those years at all?
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
so
they won a playoff game. They made it to at least the divisional round in 2016.
You've seen that game when they played Kansas City and they choked it away. They were about 20 plus.
Yeah, that was probably 2019.
Yeah, that's right before the Deshaun Watson stuff happened.
Yeah, so and quite frankly, I really think they fired him too soon. To be honest with you,
You think they could have gave him another year?
Yeah, because he went 9-7 his first 3 years, and then 4-12 in 2017.
Okay.
And in 2018, he was 11-5, and in 2019 he was 10-6, and in 2020 they start 0-4, and they fired him after week.
So 75% of the time he was there, they were winning. Like they had a winning record.
Yeah, it's over 50.
I mean, what's what I'm saying? Damn. That's crazy. So you can give me Bill O'Brien, apparently.
Yeah, I can give you Bill O'Brien.
You can get 3. I don't think you can get any more out of that coaching tree.
Yeah, I don't think so.
NFL wise, you can't. If you consider in all avenues, and Nick Saban, but
Yeah, Nick Saban probably makes that a balancing act. It's probably 50% with Nick Saban.
Yeah, because of being able to
nah.
they were somewhat turning Miami around, and obviously goes back to Alabama.
Yeah, they were turning that shit around.
But if Saban hits on a quarterback in Miami, like if he gets Breeze in that situation, he ain't leaving because they were a quarterback away. But the benefit of what Breeze had when he went to New Orleans, he had a guy who literally built an offense around him.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I don't know if we had the same results.
So Nick Saban was 9-7 his first year with the Dolphins, right?
That's not bad
That's
at
not
all.
bad. That's not bad at all, right?
Their defense was really good. I think Ricky Williams was on hiatus at that time, correct? He took that year off to go smoke weed.
No, he was there.
Okay, so they had Ricky Williams and Chris Chambers, and that's like it. I don't think
No,
Boston was
they
there.
had some cool dudes, man. You had Chris Chambers, you had Ricky Williams, and you had Ronnie Brown, who was leading the team in rushing.
Yeah, 2006.
So then you had Wes Welker didn't do nothing.
No, he did. He did a lot, but he didn't turn.
No, I take it back. I take that back. Never mind. He did good. He had like 400 yards that season.
He returned kicks. He returned punts. He kicked field goals and stuff too in Miami.
Yeah. So and they had Randy McMichael,
Yeah,
one of the best tight ends at that time. Had Marty Booker. He was pretty good with the Bears, and he was only 29 at the time.
Didn't have no quarterback.
They tried David Boston, but that shit was over. That was done. Who else in there, right? So they had Gus Frerotte at quarterback, right? But Gus was like 34 at the time. So I don't know.
See the quarterbacks after though.
I don't know if
Dante Culpepper, Jay Fielder.
Well, you don't resign Gus Frerotte after making the playoffs. Like I don't know. Well, not making the playoffs, but going 9-6. Like he almost had 3,000 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions, which isn't terrible for the 2005s, right? So, like that's not terrible. Like I would have ran that back with Gus, man, because then he went to my Rams and didn't do nothing.
I think they just knew that they were ready to make a jump. And when that doctor failed Breeze, Saban's like, well, I need to make some kind of move. Like, I have to feel like we upgraded. And we swung out on the guy I felt good about. So I'm like, well, Culpepper's had injury issues, but he's good when he's healthy. So let's just take a swing at that. And that obviously blew up in his face.
That's so gay. Okay.
You can't say that.
I'm sorry, but that is.
You can't say that.
That's so good.
But it is.
The Rams won a Super Bowl in 1999, and then 2000 we make the playoffs and we lose to the Saints, which is fine. I'm not mad.
Their first playoff win ever, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm not mad at that. Right?
Aaron Brooks.
But then, man, we go 14-2. Then we go 14-2, and then we lose to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. It was really good that year. It was like number one in offense.
If y'all would have ran into a team not the Patriots, y'all more times than not are winning that game. We were underdogs in that game anyway. We weren't even supposed to win that game.
2001. So I think we probably would have beat the Steelers though.
That's what I said. If y'all would have ran into anybody else, y'all would have won.
Yeah, I think we would have beat the Steelers because Cordell Stewart was like.
It was
completion percentage was like
it couldn't have been over
60%, like barely 60%, like 60.2. Right. So I think we could have got him. I think we could have got him. But I mean, I don't know. But after that, bro, that shit was stupid, man. I don't know what was going on, man.
Y'all wasting all that time with Steven Jackson, bro. Mark Bolger. Y'all should have. Y'all should have.
Good though. Hey, Mark Bolger, good, man.
Y'all should have got Jake Delhomme instead of Mark Bolger. They were both on the same.
Y'all not finna do. You're not finna do Mark Bolger like that.
You heard me? Y'all should have just got Jake Delhomme instead of Bolger. They were both on the Saints.
Nah, bro. You're not finna do Mark Bolger like
Do you
that.
take Mark Bolger over Jake Delhomme? I know you ain't.
Hold
I
up.
know
Let me
you
see.
ain't.
Let me see. Let me
I
see
know
that.
you ain't.
Let me
No,
see.
there ain't nothing to
Let me
see.
see.
We could
Yes,
okay,
it
hold
is
up.
something to see. What you think?
Hold up, bro. Hold up. We about to do this right now, okay? Let's see. Mark Bolger stats.
Because
Okay.
I'm looking at Mark Bolger as a 2-time Pro Bowler, bro.
So okay. In 2003 and 2004, he's borderline 4,000 yards, okay? Give him that. In 2003, he throws 22 touchdowns and 22 interceptions. In
That's
2004,
fine.
throws
So did
for
Fred Tarkington.
yeah, the same. And then 2004, he throws 3,900 yards, 21 touchdowns, 14 picks. Decent. Then if you skip ahead to 2006, he throws for 4,300 for 24 touchdowns, 8 picks. But boy, he threw some picks.
Man, hey, everybody throws picks, man. Don't do that.
So he was a starter. Okay, so he threw for 22,000 yards, 122 touchdowns, 93 interceptions. So not
You definitely a flash in the pan, though. That's for sure.
he said he was a flash in the pan.
He definitely was a flash in the
Okay.
pan, but
So
it was pretty bright.
so he did throw for more yards than Delhomme.
Yep.
Delhomme never threw for over 4,000 yards, Cam. Wow.
No, I told you Mark Bolger was that dude.
Bro, 1 year over 4,000. 1 year.
That's 2 years of like Pro Bowl thing. But like, look, all right. So here's my thing, right? That's why I say, man, when you brought up Delhomme, I was like, okay, he made it to the Super Bowl, right? And he probably have that over Mark Bolger, right? But what you can't say is that he was better than Mark Bolger because Mark Bolger was good. It's just the team was just fucking terrible, bro. Like he was terrible. If you gave Mark Bolger the offensive weapons that Delhomme had in Carolina, they would have won that Super Bowl against y'all because he would have took care of the football, right? Like he threw a lot of interceptions, but his completion percentage was pretty damn high, right?
Delhomme wasn't a turnover machine.
He wasn't a turnover machine, but he also was like, I'm gonna do some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try some shit. You know, I'm gonna throw the ball like super long down the field when I probably shouldn't, right? So when I look at Mark Bolger, man, yeah, like, but the teams were terrible. This is
He had better weapons though.
at some point. Actually, you know what?
Corey Hall, Isaac Bruce. You had Steven Jackson in the backfield.
Yeah, but if you think about it, right? Let's look at the depth on those teams, though, right? Delhomme had Musa Muhammad.
He was older though. Steve Smith was really good. Musa Muhammad was on the decline though.
Who, Muhammad?
I wouldn't say he's on the decline, but he was older. He wasn't putting up numbers like Steve Smith.
Oh, you fucking crazy? Do I have to look this up too, man? You fucking nuts. You are nuts. You are nuts, man. You are tripping. You are tripping talking about Musa Muhammad, bro. Where is he at, man?
So he did go for 1,400 in 04.
Bro.
But after that, it was 700, 800, 500.
Bro, he led the league in receiving, bro. That's the crazy part about it. He
16 touchdowns in 04, though.
Yeah, he led the league in what's his name? Receiving yards. Yeah, Musa Muhammad was cold, man. He was cold, man. Yeah, he was like 31, right? And you know, that's not the the highlight years of a receiver. But I mean, he was cold, man. He had 2 years of 3 years of 1,000 yards, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But then the team turned over to Steve Smith after that, right? But I mean, those weapons for that run that they were on, right? That 3-year run where they were like good, right? That's where I separated, right? Because you're looking at Delhomme and you're like, okay, well, yeah, but when it comes comparing to Bolger, bro, it was different, bro. It was still lighting that shit up. Just wasn't drafting right. That's all. Because right after Mike Marsh got fired, that's when you brought Linehan in there, and that's when we, start losing this shit.
The Rams did win, by the way.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Yeah, Once they got that first down, that was it. But
The Bears.
all right, man. We gotta call this a show. Like I said, it's always cool getting that NFL banter in at the end of the
Which
show,
is crazy
man.
because we don't talk NFL a whole lot. Even though I feel like me and you probably like I feel like we're college football guys, but like when we start talking NFL, the conversation could go on all day. Realistically.
Yeah, man. We good, man. Like I said, we good on the we talk on college, but we can talk NFL, especially when we talk about stats and stuff.
Throwback, yeah, because we're both stat guys.
Yeah, that's my thing. Right? I'm like, no way you gonna say DeLone was better than Vulture. I'm like, you crazy. Yeah, see, made it. Like, no, I can't believe you said that. I was like,
I think I might take him.
I don't know why you would do that.
I mean, Bulger's not that much. Bulger's not that much more of an upgrade.
He's not that much of an upgrade.
I think it's lateral, to be honest.
I would take the upgrade just a little bit, bro.
I'll tell you, I'll roll the dice on. I'll roll the dice on Jakey D, bro.
Nah, just because y'all beat him in the Super Bowl, you didn't beat Bulger because he didn't get there. But you didn't beat Vulture. You beat Kurt Warner. That's the difference.
It's better.
No, it's not. No, it's not, man.
Beating Kurt Warner is way better.
Kurt Warner was better than both guys.
That's what I'm saying. Beating Kurt Warner is better.
Yeah, I would take Kurt Warner over both of those guys, bro. You crazy? Kurt Warner's fucking nuts. He got a Hall of Fame career and just had 3 good seasons. That's it.
Nobody talks about the Super Bowl run in Arizona though. That was a good year.
Because he left too much time. That's fine.
But
that's one of the best catches in Super Bowl history, though.
What? The Santonio Holmes?
Yeah, that's the best.
Oh, that is the best catch.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Man, and the Super Bowl, the year they went to the Super Bowl, he threw for almost 4,600 yards.
He was that, bro.
In Arizona.
Yeah, Kurt Warner was that deal. That's my guy. Love
then
Kurt Warner,
2001, he throws for 36 touchdowns but 22 picks, but he threw for almost 5,000 too. So
that motherfucker was nice. This motherfucker was nice, bro. Then you look at his motherfucking arena football career. That shit was stupid too.
My dog was bagging groceries, bro.
Bagging groceries and
stocking shelves. Stocking shelves, mopping the floor.
That motherfucker was nice, bro. Man, he was so good. Oh man, he's good as hell, bro. Then he went to the Giants, and that was just. And then he went to he had like 2 good seasons with the Arizona Cardinals, man.
Hey.
Yeah, 3 good seasons actually.
He was in Arizona 5 years.
And he was good like every year. And that's like
that Super Bowl year, he was really good though.
Like, and here's the thing, bro.
But it was crazy. They brought him into Arizona, and he wasn't even a starter right away because they had drafted Leinart, and they wanted Leinart to be the guy.
Yeah, they wanted Leinart to be the guy, but Leinart was so terrible. He was so bad. He was terrible.
And those teams, but look at the talent he had, Cam. Like you had freaking you had Anquan, you had Fitzgerald, you had Early Doucette, you had Edgerrin James. Not even talking about defensively, Bertrand Berry, Carlos Dansby. Like, what are we talking about? Roger Adrian Wilson.
What's the big dude, man? God damn. Calais Campbell, yeah.
Him too. Adrian Wilson too.
Yeah, they had some squad. They had a squad on there, bro. But they ain't want to pay Anquan, bro. And that's okay. He went to my Ravens and got that jury, bro. Like, that's the best receiver we probably done had, dog.
Outside of Derek Mason, yeah.
Yeah, but he's like longevity. That's it. But when you talk about like the best receivers, bro, Torrey Smith is on there. Fucking
Steve Smith is probably on there too.
Steve Smith is on there.
And he wasn't even there long.
He wasn't even there long, bro. Like, that's the crazy part about it. That liner was terrible, bro. Oh my god, it was so bad. Jesus, he was terrible.
Who?
That liner was so bad.
He was, bro. But Arizona was. But it was crazy because he had weapons. They had weapons, dog. Oh my gosh, they had weapons. That was a good team. It was a
what's
good
crazy
team.
is he ain't want to listen to Kurt Warner, bro. And Kurt Warner's like, I'll just take your job now.
He's
Take
like,
your
yeah.
job.
It's like, yeah, bro. You know, I want a Super Bowl and an MVP, but you know, you don't have to listen to me.
You don't have to
You know,
listen. You know what I'm saying? I went to 2 Super Bowls, right? You know what I'm saying? I won league MVP. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to listen to me, right? You were drafted in the first round and you suck.
you supposed to be the second coming, bro. Like, what's going on?
I was bagging groceries and playing in the Arena Football League. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't suck. I just never got my opportunity. You got everything handed to you. You don't want to listen. That's cool.
That was an era. That was an era of so many quarterbacks going early, and they all sucked.
Yeah,
like that 5-year stretch. Think about it, like 2006 through like 2011. How many quarterbacks went early and they just sucked ass?
yeah.
Like Matt Leinart, Jimmy Clausen, Jamarcus Russell. You know, Brady Quinn. Yep.
Yeah. Who else is in there, man? Brock Osweiler, even though that was later.
That was like, hey, bro, you got paid.
Yeah.
You got that bag, bro.
That was terrible.
Mark Sanchez?
Well, I don't think Mark Sanchez was that bad. I just think they fell in the spot where my Ravens were, right? Where our quarterback
was
played
so good.
Like we just needed a quarterback. Like you don't have to be
the
good.
Jets. But I mean, it's almost the same thing with Arizona in the sense that the Jets, for a 2 or 3 year stretch, had the #1 defense.
Mm-hmm.
#1. And at one time, when they went on those back-to-back trips to the AFC Championship game, had Braylon Edwards, Santonio Holmes, LaDainian Tomlinson, Dustin Keller. Like, they were loaded, bro.
Yeah, like that's
and
what
just
I'm
didn't
saying.
have a quarterback.
You just needed a quarterback. Like you just need somebody to just throw the ball when we actually call a pass play. Like that's it. Like, and that's where my Ravens fell when we took Kyle Bowler. Like we just needed a quarterback. That's it. Like it wasn't like
didn't have a go.
Yeah, like he just wasn't the right one. But you needed to take a quarterback because that's a need. But
man, you swung and missed. You missed on quite a few.
You swing, and sometimes you miss, man. So, like I said, that's kind of the situation the Jets were in. We got great defense. Got just throw the ball a little bit.
Like the defense, Darrelle Revis, Antonio Cromartie, like Bart Scott. Like we're talking about like ballers, bro. Kerry Rhodes.
Yeah, in the back end. Yeah.
And the safety. They were so good. How does Rex Ryan not have a freaking job? What he did in New York, I know it collapsed. Huh?
He talked too much.
But he was good. He built a freaking squad. Like, look, Eric Mangini was not that good. And Rex Ryan
terrible.
He was bad. And Rex Ryan turned that team around so quick. Like quick. Man, genius.
Man, genius. Yeah, that was terrible.
And then he goes to Cleveland and he was bad there too.
Cleveland's terrible anyway. We could go through their quarterback history. It would take like 8 hours.
We had to do a whole episode on just that.
Yeah, just to tell you how bad they were.
And just break it down one by one.
Spurgeon Wynn started.
Seneca Wallace.
Who wasn't bad though. He wasn't bad. I like Seneca in fucking Seattle though. He was good.
Jake Delhomme was in Cleveland.
You say he's better than Bolger. Bolger didn't have to go to Cleveland. He had to go to Cleveland. He had to, bro.
RG3 was in Cleveland.
He just rode off into the sunset. Like, I'm good.
RG3 was in Cleveland. Johnny Manziel was in Cleveland. Man, I love some Jeff, but that jacked him up. Like, bro, if he wouldn't have went there just to get paid, he could have went damn near anywhere else. That was so stupid. They paid him
so bad. They were so bad. Mike Holmgren retired after doing that there. Like, come on, man. Like Mike Holmgren going there. Like, I want to say, I think he was GM. I don't think he was coaching. But I was like, dude, that's where you want your career to die? But no, I would have just stopped at Seattle, bro. You got them to a Super Bowl, call it a day. You know what I'm
If they
saying?
wouldn't have ran to the Steelers, they probably would have won.
Steelers just had too much, man. You
Defense.
got Willie Parker going with the bus. Like, so you got a speed guy and you got a power guy.
How about
Ben
the freaking defense?
Roethlisberger.
Why you call the defense? Casey Hampton, Joey Porter, Troy Polamalu,
I
Ike
hated
Taylor,
all of them guys.
Ryan
I hated
Clark.
every single one of them. Every single one of those guys, I hated. I hated Joey Porter.
James
I hated
Farrier.
Hampton. I hated James Farrier. I hated James Farrier. Hated Palomalu. The two safeties, two corners, Ike Taylor and fucking Deshae Townsend. I hate both of them. Like that's how deep my hatred goes for the Steelers.
So, like, is that your most hated team? Like, as a Ravens fan, is that the Steelers like your most hated team?
I guess because the Browns suck. Like,
because like you just despise you, like you just suck, but I don't hate you.
Yeah, it's like Auburn and like Tennessee for me in college football. Like I don't like Auburn, right? But I hate Tennessee because they're actually good enough to beat us sometimes, right? And then for for NFL, the Browns are like Auburn, right? Like I don't like them, but they're never that good consistently to beat us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll go 5-6 years, beat them in a row, and then one kick six later, it's like, oh, we're really good. Oh, you just got that sucker punch. That's all. That's all. Just you got a nice little sucker punch in there, right? But the Steelers are always good and they always beat us. So that's a different hatred, right? But if you talk about like Cincinnati, I don't really like Cincinnati. I don't like Cincinnati's cool, but Cincinnati ain't never really did shit to me. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like them because they got good all of a sudden. And they weren't that good. They were not that good for a minute. You know? They had talent, but they were always like
can't win a playoff game.
Yeah, they were always just like one playoff game and out. Like you would never pick them as like a Super Bowl contender, right? So that's it. But I fucks with Cincinnati, so I don't. That's not really a rival to me. I like them because they were like had really good players. They just had like
bad coaching,
bad luck. Honestly, bad luck, cheap organization, like whatever. It just were terrible. So I don't know, but that's about it. But the Steelers, yeah, that's number one. I do not like the Steelers. I respect the Steelers because one, they only had 3 coaches in the last like 60 years. That's consistency. I fucks with that. And fuck, they got all the Hall of Famers, bro. Like if you name everybody in the Hall of Famer, it's like 3% of the whole Hall of Fame is like Steelers, bro. Like
probably more than that.
Yeah, like yo, it's not fair. It's not fair. They got everybody. Like their whole team, their whole defense went Hall of Fame. Right? Then you got Hall of Fame coach, and then you got Hall of Fame players that were Hall of Fame coaches, like Tony Dungy. Like that shit is fucking nuts, right? So like, nah, I don't like them, bro. But we catching up in Hall of Famers though. I mean, we got what? We got Ray in there, got Ed in there, we got Jonathan Ogden in there.
Suggs is gonna be in there.
I think Suggs should be in there too. So we gonna get like 4, and then we're not gonna get Joe Flacco in there, but he'd be in the Ravens Hall of Fame though.
Get a purple jacket.
Yeah, you gonna get one of those. Who else is in there, man? That's about it. Marshall Yonder, he should be in there because he's one of the best guards.
Lodi Nada.
If he stayed in Baltimore, I think so. I don't think he did enough. Like while he was with us,
he went everywhere
else. He was good, but he chased the bag, man. And then Detroit wasn't good to him. That's just what happened, dog. After they won that Super Bowl, man, it was so many people got paid off that Super Bowl, man. I want to say Kelly Gregg got paid off that Super Bowl. Pat Kruger got paid off that Super Bowl. Who else got? Ed Reed got another big ass contract from the Texans. and didn't even play for real.
Mhm.
Shit, we had a good one, man. I tell you, a player that nobody talk about, man, that was good for about it was two that were good for about 10 years, and nobody talk about. Norris Webb from Nichols,
Ladarius Webb.
Darius Webb, I mean,
He was
from
good.
Nichols, and then Jimmy Smith from Colorado. He played for like 10 years, bro, for the Ravens.
Chris
Don't
McAllister.
nobody talk about how good he was. He played spell. He
Chris
was
McAllister.
even yeah, even when like his skills started to diminish, he just hopped on special teams.
Nobody talks about Chris McAllister.
Oh my god, yeah, that motherfucker was good too. He was good too.
I used to always pick him on 2K5.
Man, bro, he was good, dog. Like he was like 6'3", 6'4". Like imagine being a receiver and you got a dude just as tall as you.
I'm not going deep. I just want to play in the slot and go across the middle.
Yeah,
That's
it's
going to
like
be how I win.
he had some good ass man coverage skills though. He was good. I liked him, man. Like he don't get a lot of love either.
I want to do a series, or not even a series. We could do an episode where we pick like some of the best for each position. So you go like greatest slot receivers of all time, like best power backs of all time, best dual threat quarterbacks of all time. Like I think that would be a really cool talking point.
Yeah, man. I'm cool with it. Yeah. I could do it, Dre, man.
We could do
I'll
that in the
go
off
on.
season,
Yeah, that'd be some off-season content, man.
which we
But,
almost there in the off season.
yeah, almost. But all right, man. We gonna call it a show, man. Y'all check those clips out, man. Shit, we'll see y'all on the next one, man. Same time, same place next Sunday. So
Yes, sir.
peace out, man.
Peace.